I said I'm going to pick his brain about his childhood. He's doing well to remember back that far.
No, no, not really. There's a lot of things I can tell you about from when I was 18 months old here, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you're like me, we remember that stuff from way back when easy.
yeah.
I'm actually a lot like Uncle Ray. We both had a great memory for cows.
I must tell you,
Right,
the Thomases got champion red and white cow down at Farm Fest
uh,
or Dairy Week.
Dairy Week.
The good cow, they see she got it last year,
Yeah,
but the other cow never got the calf right.
I
Did
must,
you?
I
Did you?
must send Rodney a message. That's a big achievement.
Yes. Well, that was a beautiful cow they got it with last
So,
week, though.
Uncle Ray, you started working on this farm
Yeah.
straight out of school
Yeah.
when you were how old?
14.
14. And I was,
We actually worked on this farm when we were kids,
yeah,
9 or 10, because
me too.
and Dad he had a bad accident, nearly lost his life.
Yeah,
So
I came home from school when I was 16, but I'd been milking cows here since I was about 8 or 9.
well, I think if Nan was here, she'd have told you I started milking cows when I was about 2.
Yeah.
So no, it's all a long time ago.
So we're just in front of the dairy shed here. This is the dairy just behind me. It was built in 1972. That was a herringbone shed. And the big shed was built as a rotary dairy in 1991 and then converted to the robot shed a bit over 10 years ago now. So the original dairy on this farm was built in the 1920s or 30s.
30s, early, yeah, the middle 30s,
Uh,
middle to late 30s.
and
yeah.
it was actually the dairy that milked all the cows until the 70s.
Yes, it was early 70s we come into this dairy.
72, the year Michelle was born.
That's right, the year before we got married. Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I was too short to reach to put the cups on. I had a block of wood. I'd roll it along to stand on it so that I could reach. So,
Yes, it's
and your father, he grew up on another dairy farm not far from here
3 mile down the road.
at Josephville, was it?
Yes.
And
No, about 5 mile down the road.
his
Sorry.
youngest brother Trevor took over that farm when he grew up because Hal came here, but he came here to help his brother Henry when Henry got very sick and died young in his 20s. He had Bright's disease, which is a disease of the kidney. Is not common today.
No, they might call it something else today,
Yeah.
actually. Because Dad originally was supposed to dairy at Round Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, right. I thought he was originally going to be at Josephville.
No, he was going to move on because Hector and Trevor were coming behind him,
Ah, yes.
and the army camps took the place over down there for 4 years.
And grandfather Hal and Nan built the house on the farm here in 1938. And that house you grew up in. And then I lived in that house for a while, about 10 years ago, for about 5 years. And my wife and I built another house on the farm in 1999 where my kids grew up. And so there's a few generations here.
Yes, I think if Jack was here, I think we're down to about the 6th generation now.
Yeah, but he wasn't interested in farming. I don't blame him.
Wouldn't be interested in it now.
No, he's done the right thing. He's a Sparky.
Yes, and he's very happy, so...
He's loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's with the Shea boys.
Yeah, is with Brad Ryan, Steve Ryan.
Yeah, there's Brad and Steve and three of them, I think.
Craig, no, Craig is still with Energex, I think.
One of them's not there.
Because there's so much growth in Beaudesert, houses are popping up everywhere.
They sure are. And they're getting ready to put more houses up in Beaudesert, actually. So go down there at Glen Eagle.
Yeah. So, Uncle Ray, the other thing that's changed a lot, not only the way we milk cows, but the way, I was just thinking last night, you know, when I was a kid, when I was trying to milk the cows, someone would go off on a tractor to get the cows.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until my Uncle Kenny turned up with a motorbike, he
That's-
said, "You need a motorbike on this farm, not a tractor."
I think your grandfather said it had to come out here to get it away from him in town, actually.
What was the first bike? Was a 90 Yamaha, I think.
Was it? I can't remember what sort it was.
We had Suzukas after that. It wasn't even an ag bike.
No, it wasn't. And it was handy.
And also, when I was a kid, we leased a few paddocks to run cattle on, and you used to ride a horse. I used to ride a horse with you to muster the cattle in the back paddocks until probably I rode a horse until I was 16, and then because you always had such good dogs, the red kelpies, you could take
They could do the work.
a couple of kelpies with you and muster the back paddocks with a motorbike. The dogs would go off and find the cows wherever they were,
No, they were pretty good.
and some of them you always had great bloodlines of kelpies. Some of them came from South Australia when Uncle Trevor brought.
Some of the latter ones.
Yeah,
The early ones didn't. But
it's funny. When I first came home from school, there was a dog, Kitty. She would have worked for anyone but me.
Kitty.
Yeah, she was a good dog.
Oh, who's this? Mindy, my real good one. She only worked for me,
Yeah.
wholly and solely for me. We went away to a sale in Victoria and she sat beside my boots the whole time I was away. She never left it. And Rosie, still to this day, does not know how she got into our yard. And you should have seen the look on this dog's face when I walked round the corner. She should have. And then you could see the happy look on her face.
It's amazing how dogs really attach to a person. They have their person. Like
Most of mine were my dogs.
Dad had Maggie. She was useless.
She wasn't the best.
She was nearly the death of him. She ran across in front of the bike all the time, and
He had another one too. What did he call him?
Fido.
He got him from Colin Tilley.
He was the one that bit me when I was a kid.
No, Fido did that. He was a blue dog.
Yeah.
No, good dog too. He was one of mine. He was Dad's actually.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Oh, he was savage.
Yeah. He didn't like
he'd
me.
eat you and wouldn't want breakfast. So, I had a lot of good ones over the years, but every now and again you got done.
But you also bred a lot of dogs that went to other homes.
Oh yeah, and turned
this
out
area.
very good. Oh no, out into central Queensland and up the Brisbane Valley, and New South Wales, Beachmont.
Yeah.
They all turned out pretty good dogs too.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch that session, Training the Dogs?
No, I haven't watched it actually.
On the 2nd of February,
It was good to be a farm kid. We always had pups and kittens when we were growing up.
oh yeah. Well, we got a heap of cats here now too,
Oh, yeah.
but they got most of them fixed up just the same.
Oh, yeah.
One of them lives over at our place, actually.
They breed too quick.
Oh, they did. We got up to about 20.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, God, I wanted to get rid of some of the kittens, but oh, no. That was against the law.
Keep on top of the rats.
There's not many rats about.
Uh,
No. No, they're probably, I think there's about 8 or 10 still here, down around the factory.
do you still do a little bit of tractor work on the farm, Uncle Ray?
Oh, there's been none to do since Christmas. I raked hay up till Christmas.
It's not been a good hay season.
Not terrible. No, all the country looks dreadful actually, because the weeds have grown and the grass has grown 10 foot high.
It'll be almost getting sour, getting so wet.
Well, Leon Brennan says that it's over there at his place. He's had it pretty wet at Boona. He reckons it's got sour.
Yeah.
But we haven't had a ridiculous amount of rain here to what a lot of them have had.
Right.
Like we had 18 mils last week in a storm. Wasn't too bad here, but up Naps Creek.
Well, it
lads,
keeps...
Kenny Jurds and David and Jane Thomas.
When things are already wet though, it doesn't take a lot to keep it wet.
No, we were ready for rain. We could do with more rain now.
Really?
Oh, it only takes about a week or 10 days and you're ready, this time of the year, and you're ready for more.
Mm.
So, they're talking about big rain in the north now. I think they're watching 5 cyclones. No, actually Liam went down to help Rodney's son.
Oh yeah.
He was away for nearly a week.
Brenton.
Yeah.
Why'd you just fly down?
Yes, he did, and then Fern went down. He went down on the Thursday or the Friday.
Is that Brad coming there with the truck?
No, not likely. Well, he'll be driving that truck. That's Liam, I think.
All right.
And then Fern went down the next Thursday.
Okay.
She was away when we had that storm, which blackened things out. Oh, poor old Josh had an awful bloody time.
Jules said they had some hail up there last week.
We had a bit of hail here.
Pretty rare for Bowen.
But no, Josh was over here at 11 o'clock one night getting the bloody generator going. And then when he ran into his next trouble the next morning...
Who's Josh?
He works here.
All right.
Good bloke, real good bloke. And he had no water because we had all power up here, but none down on the flat.
Right.
But anyhow, just as things were getting a bit more serious, he rang Liam up and this and do that and something else, and he couldn't do much. And the power come back on.
Right.
So saved the day a bit. No, he's a great bloke, Josh. He lives over in Nan's house.
All right.
He and Chloe, and they got 2 little kids, lovely little kids.
Oh,
So,
this chair's been giving me a lot of grief lately. Uncomfortable.
all right.
I tried new chairs yesterday.
Oh,
Better cushion and better back support. And it's got a little joystick I can drive.
oh, good.
That'll be much better for son. Won't have to push me around.
No,
We went to South Bank one day during the school holidays. It was no parking anywhere.
no.
It was too busy. Poor
No,
son
well,
had
who
to
was
push
that?
me about 2 kilometres that
Oh,
day, I think.
Rosie said yesterday she went into town and she could not get a park in Coles. Yesterday morning, she went out to Cowley's for an hour or 2 and she come back in and she was lucky. Someone pulled out and she pulled in. But I think all the shopping centres have been pretty busy actually since Christmas.
If you go to the IGA, you'll always get a park there.
Yeah, but I think that since the new lot took them over,
It's been better.
it's been, yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, they have some very good meat there.
yeah, I always found that too.
Loin chops and their steak and
Yeah,
all their meat's pretty good actually.
yeah, I've had good lamb necks there too.
I don't think Rosie's had lamb necks, but and where are you having lunch today?
I was thinking about the golf club, but I don't know.
They've been going fairly well too, I think,
Yeah.
since Ned's went out there. We're extremely happy.
They do great calamari there.
All right. Well, Auntie Rose goes in there. They have the book club out at the Gulf Coast, and they have their lunch after. And I think she said they wouldn't be as big at dinners. You have a 3-course for $25.
So I was just looking, when we leave, you could probably just drive up on the concrete here
Yeah, that'd be the go.
for me to get in the car.
Yeah. Just drive straight in along there.